All right, testing, 1, 2, 3. What's going on, fellow rogues? It's Maskmaker here, and welcome in for episode 16 for Arcade Paradise, a game series which I don't even know if I'm ever actually going to finish this, but everything, as I've said previously, it seems like we're definitely in the end game of this. I know it's been a couple weeks since I played this. Hopefully we can definitely put like another dent in it today. I don't know exactly how long I'm going to be playing this one because I do have some plans for like watch party stuff tonight if like other people are up for it. And I do have one more stream I got to do after this one. Kind of got a bit of a late start today because I was running around town running errands and everything. But yeah, Arcade Paradise, been a while since I played this. Hopefully we can actually get like, closer to actually finishing it. Because I want to say I think like the last few cabinets that we have to buy here is going to be it. We'll be done with the game. Everything's kind of pointing at it being like that. Because I think actually what it is that it's not necessarily just the cabinets we're like, trying to purchase. Yeah, now that I remember, we got like these cabinets we got to like pick up. But we were also currently in the process of buying the sign that we need. We're gonna be like replacing like the laundromat sign with the actual arcade one because Dad's like, oh well, you listen here, you young whippersnapper. Just because you've went and bought this place doesn't mean that you're gonna be taking like my hard work away from this, because that sign's gonna be hanging up there forever to show that at the end of the day, even though it's your property, it's still mine. Blah blah this, blah blah that, blah 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 blah. Wah, like insert Charlie Brown adult voice here. But either way, the point is that we're currently in the process of buying like the rest of the arcade cabinets, and I think like they didn't really actually put a price on the sign yet, so I'm guessing I gotta buy the cabinets first. Then we're gonna be working on buying the sign, and from there, well, it's probably gonna mainly more likely be the end game, and hopefully it'll finally give like Dad a nice big heaping slice of humble pie, and whatnot. Because we finished up Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance yesterday. And normally this is like, my Wednesday stream as well. But again, I didn't stream last night due to like a lot of contributing factors. Like one specifically that I was like pretty tired. So, hoping we can actually, put like a pretty good dent in things here tonight. Last stream we did like, play like, can't remember the name of the game. But it was this one that made me think of like the hacking mini games from BioShock. We actually went through and completely finished that up. Like, got to the end of it. I think we got I believe we got all of the little achievements for it. So we basically, I'm pretty sure raised this popularity through the roof. So that should definitely be one of our big money makers. Now I'm gonna see if maybe I can put that close to something else maybe. So we can try to, like, get a little synergy going on there. But nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and get this whole thing started. I was trying to stay hydrated because it's been a little bit, warm outside today. And I was, like, walking, all over the place doing stuff. But yeah, should be a fun stream. I don't know where we're going to prioritize playing this time. But we'll see how things go. Today. Thank you. Like I'm right about to, like, douse my stream deck, with water like it's on fire or something. But we're not going to do that. I've had this thing. Honestly, the stream deck's been like a trooper. I've had this for about probably, like, since like 1 year into my streaming journey. So since 2017, so I've had this thing for years and it's still going strong. Also, welcome in, Jeremy. But yeah, because like I said, the plan is for Wednesdays moving forward. Once we finish this up, I did get some of the Arcade Parrot. We're playing Arcade Paradise, Power Wash Simulator DLC. I think I got the Alice in Wonderland and the Shrek DLC to play. So I did want to, like, start getting on the DLC for Arcade Paradise. Once I finish this, I'm probably gonna go and try to do that. And I'm hoping I can get through all of that before Power Wash Simulator 2 comes out, because I do want to try that crime scene cleaner game. I have that one. I want to, like, start maybe playing that one while we're still also, like, doing double duty on Wednesdays between my retro stuff and also my more chill, like, relaxed streams. So anyways, yeah, also, speaking of, like, arcade stuff and, like, retro stuff, I do also want to, like, get back to work on UFO 50, but I don't know when I'm going to play that again. I may actually jump back into that tomorrow, because I've got something else playing for after this stream tonight. Not going to say what. You guys are going to have to wait and see. But I got, like, something planned. It's one thing I definitely need to plan, where it's putting, like, a freaking lock on my door, actually shutting it down at night, so that way, these squatters can't come in here, like, because they're doing this to spite me. I know they are. You could be coming in after hours when I've gone home at, like, 2 a.m., like, coming here playing video games and dropping your Temu Pizza Hut off and reading your newspapers and everything. Freaking heathens. Like, I just got here, and I'm already having to clean up. I mean, plus, it's like, it's weird because I'm running an arcade. I was running a laundromat, and now I'm basically running a trash, a trash collection service in my own freaking establishment. Freaking heathens putting your damn Winterfresh gum over my freaking tables. I paid a lot of money for these tables. I mean, again, it's just, that's like the one thing. I mean, I'm expecting Dad to pop up. It's like, so you think you're running a really successful business, young lady? Because, we're playing as a woman here. I was like, but you don't even know how to lock the doors to keep these squatters from coming in. I drove by last night, saw coffee cups and pizza trays and everything everywhere. Now, see, if I was running the establishment, this wouldn't be a problem. I mean, I'm literally kind of, like, worried, as awesome as my little graffiti chair is. I'm just, like, constantly scared that I'm going to have to come in here with some Febreze or something, because there's, like, see, I'm thankful I'm not in the game, because if they're coming in here, like, throwing trash all over the place, you can bet that probably there's probably some, it's probably, like, it smells like pee. I bet you someone probably, like, I don't know, I've never been in close proximity like this. I don't know, it just kind of concerns me. Because they're leaving trash around, who knows what else they're doing. Bet you it's reading, like, the toilet's constantly stopped up, too. Eating all that pizza and everything, and getting constipated. Dropping your giant ass, wood gal logs. Seriously, wood gal, junior and everything. No, I mean, you want some real, like, some actual logs or whatever. Go check the toilet after, like, what these constipated jerks, has had all that Pizza Hut. Where am I going with this? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Pops was doing it. Which, realistically speaking, I can go against him. I can take that to court. It's my establishment. He's paying someone to come in here, like, and which doesn't explain everything before. Like, having, like, someone coming in, like, literally in his own place. And there's like, young lady, I need to teach you responsibility. There's trash you need to pick up. Dad, you have something to do with this? No. I didn't even check the to-do list. I'm just trying to make sure we got everything. Because, like, some of this, like, trash, like, see, I do wish you had more personalization options. Like, you actually could, like, change the carpet. I mean, I like the carpet. Don't get me wrong. It's just, it's too freaking dark. So, look at that. I walk past this freaking... Or is it full? There we go. But, I mean, I wouldn't put it past Dad. He seems like he's pretty petty about that. About stuff. You just can't take the L. There's been a lot of illicit transactions, young lady. I know that's how you got all these arcade machines. Alright, anyways, to do. Popper drop 450 bubbles in Bugai. And see, that I can get behind. Use the rocket upgrade to... Y'all made this way too easy. I want me to play Volstock. Okay, this ain't gonna be no problem. This is gonna be one of the easiest ones. Rocket upgrade, right? These guys are gonna stand a chance. 75 enemies, so y'all should put set that bar a lot higher, because... One thing is, like, the rocket's not my first choice where, I mean, 75 enemies, this is gonna come, like, pretty quickly. This ain't gonna be no problem. I mean, there's basically nothing here that's really a threat to me anymore. I mean, I've got everything upgraded. I've got, like, you know... I done beat this game multiple times. I think I actually mastered this one, too. I think I got all the achievements on this one. Y'all might as well just stay off the screen. Even then, you're not safe. Ain't it, Chief. You done. At this point, it's like I feel bad for him. Except I don't. Like, I mean, look, you're coming onto my stream. I mean, not my stream. You're coming onto my screen, trying to show out. I've got, like, you know, a whole, you know, armada. You got, like, again, I swear, every time I see these guys, I think it's an alien Beavis. Like, every time I see, like, you know, these jerks. It's like, oh my god. And now I can't unsee this, or unsee the image. It's like Krang and Beavis had a baby. Oh my lord. See, look at that. Like, I did it, and I didn't even see them come on screen. All right, I'm going to just leave out of this now. But we could humble this boss real quick. Just to be petty. I mean, I ain't got to use the rockets anymore. Bye-bye. Done. I don't think that's normal, whatever. All right. Whoever wants to, you know, continue my game, go ahead. Now you can lose. Alright, so what's next? Not that. Alright. Pop or drop 150 bubbles in Bugai. Yeah, slime pipes, that's what it was called. Not that one. I bet you one of the machines is gonna break down like while I'm doing this. We're gonna go a good level 2. Continue it. What's the achievements for this one? Or goals? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I think, like, your thing's right there for, like, those top two glitched a little bit. Whatever. I figured this one should come, like, not... I mean, it shouldn't take too long, and plus I do want to play this game more anyway. I mean, it's definitely gonna probably be a little time consuming, but like I said, I'm not really complaining about this one because I like this. It makes me think of like Bust a Move. That's basically what the reference is. Yeah, those up there I ain't gonna be able to get to. Oops, well. He's ballless now. He ain't got any balls, Cotton. What you mean? What? I got plenty of ball. Shut up. Anyone who gets the movie, you know what movie I was referencing there. Like, I'm making these jokes where, but... Okay, no, this is not acceptable. You're about to kick my ass. Okay, got it. Bye-bye. And you're done. You are... Yeah. Alright, of course they would start me off with something I can't really work with this, however. This definitely. Nani yourself. Don't say what. Don't act surprised. Nani? I swear it's what it sounds like they're saying. Go for this one. And that one. Well, I mean, I didn't actually think I was gonna land that one. Oh, come on now. I'll be wedging him in there between my goodies. Yeah, I ain't gonna work. Nope. Negative. Gotcha. Alright. You just can't stand for me to like to have fun, can you? I'll get in a second. I told y'all like one of the machines was gonna get stuck. I was gonna like, you know, goof up. I didn't say it, I couldn't tell if it said it was broken down or if the hopper was full. I wasn't really paying attention. Traveling around, y'all just can't stand it, can you? I'm going around just trying to enjoy the sights, going sightseeing, going to, you know, bloody England and everything, and y'all just can't let me have my fun. Either this game is like very easy, or I mean, or they're just very terrible. All right, now y'all, if y'all try to interrupt me like, you know, going to Japan, there's definitely gonna be a problem. And forget about crossing Shibuya. You better not cross me on that. Have we reached like 100 yet? Well, obviously we haven't, but... You do realize you're supposed to match them, right? Yes. How can the AI be this stupid? Like, for real? Are we there yet? 65. That's a BS. I know I should have popped more than that. I think this game's lying to me. Oh yeah, it definitely is. Alright, China. Goodness gracious, Great Walls of China. Okay, let me... Okay, now I know there's some BS going on. You can't tell me that was like, you know... Hold on. Who the fuck taught them how to count? Trust me, it was 2 bubbles. I just popped like 5. Alright, Rook, so we might be here a lot longer than I thought because apparently they don't know how to count. So that could have been done already, but oh no. Oh, you ain't about to do that to me now. I mean, Oh, see, now they're trying to cheat. Really? Yeah, I'm just gonna clear that up right now. Thank you very much. Okay. Forget it. You ain't about to take me out that easy. So if I lose to that dork, you know I deserve it. But at least I'm getting like the high score stuff out of the way. I said like 20,000, right? Did I see you in Zombat? Like one of the guys from Zombat. Yeah, I'll get to it in a second. I'm busy. Call me butter because I'm on a roll here. How dare you? Go away, shoo. Did you try to do this one ball at a time or something over there? That's why I keep losing. Oh, come on now. Well, I mean, we're getting there slowly but surely, Rogues. You know, they still don't know how to count. Bullseye. See, now if I would have waited a little bit, I could have, like, you know, stacked that. Well, at least I know I'm making money. It's just the problem is I can't get out of this just yet because I think it probably should still log it. They didn't say I have to, like, do it, like, you know, in one game. But it's just that high score I got going on, too. But I don't know if that high score will stay, Oh, this is gonna be good. Hold on. There we go. Okay, that's just petty. Like, for real. Y'all got put like that over there, like, right when I was... I totally could have stacked that. I'm still gonna do it, though. Okay, yeah, they're setting this up for real. Okay. What was the high score? The next high score, though? Oof. Okay, I'm gonna chance it. Hopefully that I can just come back in. I'm gonna try. Let's just check real quick. Okay, so the high score resets when you exit out. Okay, that's fine. Not really too concerned about that. I can get that later. Because I do want to, like, spend more time playing that. Because, I mean, that game is pretty addictive. I want to make sure, because I'm pretty sure it's Bust a Move. Because I always, like, get that and Bubble Bobble mixed up. I think it's because the characters are the same in it. I'm pretty sure that, you know, the dinosaurs, I keep forgetting their names, but Super Bust a Move. Yeah, they're basically in both games, I'm right. Like in Bubble Bobble and Bust a Move, I think like the dinosaurs, I keep forgetting their names. But I think I believe they're in both series from what I just got a refresher course on. I think that's the reason I keep getting them like mixed up. Because I never really played Bubble Bobble, I don't believe. But Bust a Move, definitely. Okay, I guess we like, you know, just, yeah, went around the whole perimeter there. Didn't they say like a machine broke down? I thought they did, but yeah. You know, man, I need to learn to keep my mouth shut. Just guys said like I thought the machine was broken. That doesn't mean y'all got like, you know, make it like. I was like, well, since you asked us to do, I didn't ask you anything. And how the hell that machine broke down? Hardly anyone ever plays it, I thought. Where's the hopper on this one? Hello? Can we know this one ain't gonna make no money? Like 60 bucks. 60 bucks is 60 bucks. Alright. What all we got like a savings stuff? Oof. I probably could have already made more if I'd like had been like maintaining the machine, actually going and taking everything out of the machines. What about nukes or motions? Alright, that's not gonna be a problem. This should happen pretty quickly.
Clear.
Oh my god, I just sat down and started playing this. It won't take me long to get this finished. Now I can go and fix that one. Oh, no, you don't. Nope. What? Dang sure tried. I was missing that one for a second there. Wait, hold on. I might be able to... Should have been about 25 already. Swear to Christ, who taught y'all to count? Do I have to end the game now all of a sudden? Okay. That should have been 25. I'm Xing out. Alright. So now that's out of the way. You full of salt, I swear. What's your problem? Done. I did the to-do list stuff, so what else can I do here? Let me check Bugai, see like what I can do for its machine settings. It seemed like its settings are actually pretty good. That's gotta remember that. Put it back where it was. Was it right there? I can't remember. I'll just leave it right there. Whatever. Let's see. Slime pipes. I want to see if, since I did finish that, I don't know if I can't remember if I went back and adjusted anything on it. Yeah, that was like basically optimized. All right. Let's check and see if we can order anything yet. I don't think we're quite there. Yeah, we got 4 more machines. I kind of want to get blobs from space next. Then again, gravity balls. I think I actually... I don't know. We'll see how much I've got, like, you know, at the end of the day. When, like, probably could, like, just wait until... Yeah, I'm just gonna, like, you know, before I go and clear everything else out. I'll wait until, what's another one I can work on? I'm gonna keep playing Bugai to get that next, like I said, I do need to kind of, like, you know, work at this one. So we'll go back to, level 7. I'll get my high score back up, but, you know. So now I got hooked on this one. I feel like at some point there's gonna be a difficulty spike to this, though. I'm talking about, like, how the computer, like, you know, doesn't know what it's doing. But I'm betting at some point, like, it's gonna, like, you know, just humble me. Oh, that's a bunch of... I feel like these lines or whatever, like the guidelines need some glasses. It's always the green ones, like or the red ones. Like they just suddenly, like, you know, throw, like, you know, some red ones right there, like right when I Okay, I'm kind of having some problems here. I'm like mouthing off, and oh, there he goes. But it's like I'll try to, like, you know, put it, you know, I'll shoot a red one or I'll shoot one or wherever, and then, like, more of the red ones pop up right there where I shot it at. All right. Whew. I think the first time I ever played a game like this, I believe it was like on a PlayStation Underground demo disc, if I remember correctly. Can't remember which one it was. I'm pretty sure it was like probably, you know, it was... I mean, obviously it was a busted move, but I can't remember which one. And he's out. Oh, please let me get a blue one. Give me a blue one already. Come on. Okay, now the game's being petty. Finally, here we go. Goal complete. Goal complete. Oh, 13. All right, right. That works. But that's basically how they were. I mean, someone like, you know, who like grew up in arcades where that's how they were designed. They basically were designed to be quarter munchers. Like, the whole concept behind this, where it definitely kind of like shows, like, you know, behind these things is how like arcades can work. You know, they're basically designed to be, definitely, you know, be you definitely want to have, like, you know, very deep pockets. Like when you go in. Alright, what broke down again? I know, like, what that broke down, but I can't remember. They said, like, one of the hoppers was full. Yeah, like I said, I just miss, like, arcades, like, you know, the fact that arcades aren't anywhere as prevalent as, like, they used to be. Of course, that's, like, a lot of stuff. We're in an age where pretty much everything is, like, streamed or downloaded or digital. Or should I say digital and that same time? Yeah. Just that's the thing, like, you know, a lot of kids today where they don't know what they were missing. I feel like, honestly, if arcades were as prevalent or whatever, you know, it's just like, again, if they were like, you know, as around as much as they were back, you know, in the day. Yeah. It's definitely, like, just sad. Like, you know, Blockbuster, you know, basically, you know, got replaced by, you know, streaming services pretty much, or a lot of video stores got replaced by streaming services. Same with kind of like, you know, how does the arcades and everything. I mean, it's like there's so much has basically been replaced by, you know, streaming stuff, you know, arcades, video stores. You know, movie theaters are still around, I mean, obviously, but I don't know, just something about that just doesn't really feel the same as it used to be. Like, one of my earliest, like, you know, actual movie theater experiences I remember, I believe was I think I went to see the first Toy Story in theaters. But again, like, you know, kids today, like, just don't know what they're missing and all that. I mean, like, so many people, like, so many are, like, you know, just, you know, basically, you know, just eyes locked on their cell phones all the times. Yeah. And that's, like, you know, one of the main things that's really sad, you know, it's just the factor of how, I mean, which, don't get me wrong, you know, I definitely, like, find ways to try to be social, like, you know, with, like, you know, social media and everything. That's the whole point of it, but none of it ever, like, is going to compare, like, you know, what it was when you literally went out and basically, you know, it wasn't just that, you know, you touched grass, you enjoyed it. And there's the whole touch grass joke, but yeah. Back in the day, you know, touching grass actually, you know, was basically just like a very primary thing, but now a lot of us don't do it enough. I missed some trash right there. Oh yeah, totally. I've definitely had, like, you know, my fair share of times, you know, playing Street Fighter 2, you know, with my cousins. You know, Street Fighter, Mario Kart 64. God knows, like, you know, all the times, like, we played Power Stone 2, and what was another one? Yeah, of course, Super Smash Brothers, the original. Again, like, don't get me wrong. Like, pretty much it's, you know, online, you know, like basically the thing is like, I definitely, you know, I'm thankful for like my Discord calls with my friends when we do like, you know, little streaming things and all that. But nothing is ever really gonna to me compare like, you know, the whole thing of just like sitting down. Like that's the reason I try to like have like the vibe on this channel where I want hopefully, you know, have like a thing here where people just come in, chat with me and everything. And I try to like, you know, envision is like I want to talk to my viewers. To me, it's just like kind of like I try like, you know, see if I can give a vibe like, you know, us basically being in the same room together, just like, you know, sitting on a couch, talking about video games and everything. And that's kind of like what the vibe I try to give when me and my friends like do multiplayer stuff. You know, I try to like, even though we're not actually on the same couch in the same room, because nothing's gonna beat that, and you know, playing games online together isn't gonna compare to that. It's still like, you know, the closest we can pretty much get. I mean, I never actually got to really play. Oh yeah, totally. And the X-Men arcade machine, there's a reason why if you watch like my highlight stuff for Lethal Company, the reason why, you know, a lot of times when someone falls, you hear, or like gets blasted off into the sky, you hear like the falling sound from like X-Men, because it was just so freaking hilarious. But it's kind of like my way of paying tribute to it. And like, you know, and basically another thing about it is like, you know, just the arcade, like the beat 'em ups back in the day. Like basically like the Data East ones, like just the horrible dialogue. It's just chef's kiss, like on just how, you know, just nostalgic that is. God knows Captain America and the Avengers. Right. Yeah. So let me see. We got 9,249. And that's the thing about it. You know, true to it is, one thing I'll say straight up. So it's like back, you know, when Hurricane Michael was coming through. The one I think, like, you know, I was making the joke about, I'm pretty sure a lot of other people did that basically they dropped pretty much in October. Our town got hit by it. It wasn't anywhere near as bad as others who got hit, you know, and I feel like there's probably maybe like, you know, other places that got hit by that. Who knows? They probably still haven't really recovered fully. So Hurricane Michael definitely came through and did some damage. And with us, like, you know, my town, we were without power for probably about maybe like 5 days. So there was like no power whatsoever, you know, and like the whole town was basically shut down. I'm gonna pause real quick and talk about this. So, like when I say we had like pretty much the way it was, no restaurants were open. The traffic lights didn't work. So it was just really, it was like this really eerie thing. Like I'm walking around and everything, and it's like close to night, and it's just, you can't really see anything except like cars. And they were literally just having to kind of like go by their own, like, you know, ability to drive, like, and basically, you know, just watch what the other cars did so they know, like, you know, which way to turn, which way to go, because there was no stoplights. Things like some people like knew where the stoplights were, and they knew like instinctively to stop right there at those spots and everything. But it was just like, it was this eerie thing, you know, where like there was nothing, you know, it's like nothing was open. I think they somehow, like, I think like found ways to actually run generators and everything out of the hospitals, like, you know, of course, to keep people there, you know, safe and everything, you know, keep all that, you know, that's of course prioritized. But the only place you really could actually go for food at the time was across the river, you know, like, you know, which I usually go, where I go to get pizzas. People were still over there to, you know, were able to go over and get pizzas and all that. And, like, you know, so that, like, it was like pretty much the only place, like, you know, within like, you know, probably like a mile, like, you know, within 20 miles. Because I don't know exactly how it was with the other towns where, but it was like the only place close by where you can get food. So it literally was like, you know, it was weird because it sucked. Being without my video games, being without, like, I think we still had cell phone service, if I'm right. I think we did. I can't recall if we did or not. But it was like one of those things where it was like 5 days where it was really, you know, it was kind of stressful, but at the same time, it was really peaceful, if it makes sense. Like, I went over across the river, got a pizza, and me and Mickey D43, we lived, like, right there, like, practically right beside each other, like a stone's throw away from each other. So I could, like, leave my backyard, like, and walk, like, you know, walk out of my backyard and go over and hang out with him, like, you know, and it would take me, like, probably, like, maybe 2 minutes, like, 1 or 2 minutes to walk to his house. So, what basically happened was I, you know, got this pizza, and I was walking by his house going home, and him, his brother, and his mom were all sitting on the porch. They had, like, a little tiny, like, a little kind of like a portable hibachi thing, or like a little grill thing. They were grilling food right there on the porch. I jumped up there, you know, had my pizza. I was eating hamburgers and pizza with them, and we were just kind of like looking around and just seeing like it was just dark all around, like just all this darkness, but it was like just really peaceful. There was no like street lights on. The neighbors like didn't have like any lights or whatever. There was, and the thing is, the main thing about was, because now I remember we didn't actually have cell phones at the time. I think because that like the towers like were out of whack, but it was no cell phones, no video games, no like, you know, TV or anything like that. and it sucked in a way, but also it was just really peaceful. It was just like one of those things where it kind of like it was like what you see like a lot of times like dystopian settings where they don't have any of that and they're pretty much just trying to find their own entertainment. But it's like we're sitting on this porch just, you know, hanging out, talking, having a good time, and we made our entertainment right like that. And that's one that just kind of made me think back, you know, then it's like this is basically probably like the closest we're gonna get anytime soon to how things like, you know, used to be with people like being outside, you know, away from their phones, away from their computer screens, away from their video games, where I'm just like going outside and just savoring what we got on this planet. Like I'm someone who firmly believes that, without going into like, you know, spiritual concepts or anything, my take on it is that whatever it is that, you know, like this is basically the only planet that we know of that pretty much where everything is pretty much, you know, perfect in a way that people, you know, in ways that people don't really like, you know, cherish this, and that we are like, I think like just the right distance away from the sun to where we're not too far away to where, you know, we freeze, and we're not like too far, like too close to where we end up burning up or whatever. And we've got like this place that, you know, that actually, you know, has life to it and all that. You know, there's life, it sustains life, you know, it's oxygen and everything, you know, we got oxygen, like, and all that. Sustenance, just life, and like nature and all that. Here I'm sounding like a freaking hippie. And people like really don't like to, you know, just take that for granted. They don't actually literally don't stop to smell the roses. So it's kind of like one of those things where we were like Gorno said, we were forced to disconnect, and it was such a beautiful thing, even though it was stressful. And it was like a massive relief, you know, like, you know, when I was hanging out at Mac's house and like we heard like, you know, his air conditioner come back on, it was like a definitely massive relief knowing that, okay, you know, we got our power and electricity back. But for those few days, you know, that we were waiting for the power to come back on, definitely, you know, it was kind of eye-opening and it was fun. And I know it sounds really odd, but there are some times I kind of wish it would happen again, just for the sake of like, okay, well, hey, you know, I can't like stream for a few days. I'm gonna go hang out with Mac and his family. I'm gonna go over there, you know, and chill out with them for a while. Just go and get a pizza from across the river, you know, hang out with them, let them grow some stuff on the porch, and we're just gonna talk about stuff. Yeah, so that's just the thing, you know, it's people like, you know, I think like a lot of people this day and time don't really know like, you know, how good, I mean, there's those that were born in the 90s that know how good we had it back then. And you look at like, you know, nostalgia, if you think back, and like one good example is Nostalgia Critic, you know, like you actually watch his commercial specials, and I've watched those and they just hits right in the nostalgia. It's like, shoot, like, you know, it's, yeah. And that's the thing, it's, I don't really necessarily get like information overload. I usually just like shut down my social media for a bit when that happens, but that's the thing. I definitely like still play my video games and everything, but that's the thing. There's sometimes I do wish that, you know, we actually could like, you know, have like a time machine and just pretty much, you know, just even for one day, just like take every single person on this planet back to like the 90s or 80s or whatever and say, yo, this is what y'all are like, you know, this is like, you know, what there was back then. Now, people actually, you know, went to each other's houses, you know, and hung out and like, you know, and plugged controllers in and played video games like together instead of like doing it online. You went to video stores and, you know, and rented videos and DVDs, you know, and people just socialize more. And that's kind of the thing, you know, it's the double-edged sword there. And one way, you know, it's like basically it's like social media, cell phones and all that. You know, on one hand, a lot of it is very necessary in ways like social media is not really necessary per se. But me, I'm pretty introverted, so that's how I talk to a lot of people. But, you know, back in the day, you know, it's just a lot of people don't really, you know, realize, you know, how cool things were back then. Yeah, shopping at malls instead of online, for sure. Yeah, and, you know, that's the thing, you know, I always had like, you know, had like, you know, sometime like years ago, I definitely had my friends I hung out with at the mall and all that. But, yeah, back, you know, when you had like Funko Land and like Babbage's and all that, and you had like KB Toys. Yeah. Definitely, you know, I miss it, for sure. Yeah, this stream just kind of like, I'm just walking around trying to figure out what to play or whatever. I kind of just played myself right there, like, you know, make myself sad thinking about all of it. But you guys get it. Alright, so anyways, I'm going like, you know, I can't remember what game I was going to get, what thing I was going to get yet. Yeah, for sure. Another one I would suggest, actually, if you haven't played it, UFO 50. I did a stream for it not long ago. God, that game is so good. Basically, what UFO 50 is, if you haven't heard of it, it's a collection. It's got 50 full-length games to it. I did like a stream recently where I kind of like, played through like a good 20 or so of them, just testing them out. But it's got like a bunch of different genres, like, it's done very much for everyone. And it's just so much creativity in like, the different games. Like in the sense that it's like a bunch of different genres. I believe it was done over a period of several years, but I think about like a team of like 60 or so, not 60, like 6 or so indie devs. And it's just amazing, like all the like, the stuff they've done. I haven't actually went through all the games yet. And they have like challenges to them that you got to do, I think. It's like only $25. It's on Steam, so it's like it's a PC only thing currently. I personally hope they actually bring it to consoles. Because it's one of those things where I got it on PC, but I would totally buy it, for consoles just to support it again, because it's like what the devs brought to the table with it. I mean, they got like they have like real real-time strategy. They got platformers. It's got fighting games, and like really unique concepts to it. Like they got like one thing where it's like you got to play dodgeball, but you're pretty much samurai and ninja characters. Yeah. I have like this actually is a game I normally have been playing on like my Wednesdays for retro stuff. But yeah, just yesterday I wrapped up my first time I ever played through of Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance. See, I missed that right there. I didn't see that. Because I don't know what I'm going to play next week. I mean, I've been considering like, doing Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures. Because I know a lot of people like, there's people that aren't really fans of it. But it was actually one of my favorite like, games I played on my Super Nintendo. If you guys never played Pac-Man 2 The New Adventures, you may think, okay, it's Pac-Man. You're going to be going around the maze, like, eating, like, power pellets. Nuh-uh. It's actually like a point-and-click adventure. And it's hilarious. Basically, Pac-Man's like a little Tamagotchi you got to take care of. So I might actually jump in and play that next week, because I was, like, going to maybe go and start on Castlevania, is it Dawn or Aria? I keep getting them mixed up. I want to say it's Aria. Yeah, and I appreciate you being in here, Gorno. I don't know if it's Giorno or Gorno, how I pronounce it. So if I'm getting your name wrong, just let me know. Actually, we got... Okay, hold on. Yeah, we've got enough to get a machine now. Let me go and... So I didn't really care about actually getting the safe. Oh, Gorno. Okay. That kind of threw me for a loop there. Like, how you... that works. Okay. I was like, so Gorno. And that's one way to put the point across. All right. This is the most expensive one. So we'll go with Gravity Balls, just like I want to see what this is like. I'm telling you, I'm feeling like this is gonna be like Splatoon. It's kind of like, seem like it's going that direction. I swear the music right there made me think of MCP Pants from Aqua Teen Hunger Force. All right, I could go ahead and leave. I mean, I'm not gonna make any more money tonight. At some point she's gonna freaking like, knock one of her hubcaps off, or like, like goop the hell out of one of her tires the way she keeps on hitting that curb. It's not a race, lady. You can you can go home anytime you want to. I've been really curious about this one. Gravity balls. So where can I put it? We're gonna put my balls up. Shut up. So I'll put it right here. Oh. That's kind of like me back when I streamed on Mixer. I went by Apex Rogue at the time, and everyone kept on saying Apex Rouge. I was like, do I look like makeup to you? But it was like a common thing. They constantly kept calling me, like, you know, Rouge. What are you gonna start calling me, like, alongside that next? Mulan? I just made the most completely ass-backwards comparison in my head. Moulin Rouge. There's a scene in Mulan where, you know, she's putting on rouge. Where she's putting on makeup. Oh, my God. In Disney's Mulan, there was a scene where they were actually putting on makeup and everything. Mulan was putting on rouge. That's just like the most random-ass thing I could say, probably. But, you know, just out of nowhere with that, but... My bag's full. What's your problem? And the streak stays alive.
Excellent.
I bet she's gonna be like a piece of trash I missed somewhere. Alright, so what did I put this next to? See if it... Well, Bargainoid's actually got, like, yeah, I played that a little bit, so it may actually... Alright, graffiti balls. I bet you it's gonna be like Splatoon. What the fudge? This is not what I expected to be. We're playing pool or... Oh! Okay. I think I might get it now to an extent. I mean, I still don't follow technically, but... Is there a way to change the color of it, or... Oh, hold up. I kind of understand it now. So definitely not what I expected, but... We're basically playing pool. Hey, don't tell me... Don't you nerf like how much time I got left? I'll have you know I do whatever the hell I want. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of sound effect either, but at least I know how to play it. Oops. Let's get that. Oh, I came close. That thing is definitely more difficult than it seems, for sure. Well, okay, that all works. Freaking balls. Hmm. Okay, I think I get how this works now. I got basically if I all right, so I can basically keep playing as long as I basically keep like the paint can full. Come on, just a little bit more. Oh, you really? You're a jerk. You know, you don't do that again. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm done. What's my to-do list again? Put in the hours of stack overflow and play for 10 minutes. Jeez. Press 25 cop cars with a tank and ratios to defeat 35 enemies with the SMG and... So, yeah. Let's go get the Zombat one out of the way because I know that's going to be like one of the worst ones. One at least like play type, you know, enough to get like one more machine. I forgot how to shoot. Oh shit. There we go. That's what I need. They're a little close. All right, there we go. All right, Gorno. Appreciate you coming by. Take it easy, okay? I don't like the sniper rifle, but it's... It's really good for clearing a crowd. Oh, for the love of God, Hopper. Line pipes, I'm busy. Oh, shit. Can I afford anything? I think I've actually already got everything unlocked. Crap. Enjoy. I still don't know what the hell that guy says whenever I call an airstrike, but... Yeah, they're blocking the freaking submachine gun. Oh, no, you don't. Crap. Suckers. I swear it has to be like that my highest score I've gotten in this. Jeez. Yeah, well, I completed my to-do list. So go take a bath. I know. I'll unplug you. Don't insult me like that again. I will unplug you right now and tell everyone you're out of order, and you'll be sitting here like, just being neglected. On the plus side, we're definitely like, bringing in a lot of like, cheddar here. And mozzarella and gorgonzola and all the other cheeses. Wait, is gorgonzola a cheese? Here, if that's... Now I'm looking at the most random thing. Making sure, because for some reason I was thinking, I don't know why I was getting that one and that one and another one mixed up. I was like, wait, is that a cheese or a bread? I think it's like I was thinking of that and Gouda. I have my blonde moments, Rogues. Bear with it. Especially when I'm tired. And I kind of slept okay-ish last night, but I don't know. Problem with me is I'm a light sleeper, so... Yeah, I mentioned that and then I start yawning. But I am going to be good for the other stream, though, as well. Because as soon as I finish it up... Because, like, once we finish this day, I'm going to go ahead and start the next stream. We're going to go ahead and start getting everything set up for the next stream. And I'm really excited for it. So I ain't telling you guys what I'm playing just yet, but... We got 4,000, so we should have enough for another, yeah, I know Gouda's the cheese, too. I definitely had, like, my share of Gouda. The best thing, like, my favorite restaurant in this town before they closed down, they had, like, an amazing, cheeseburger you could get. And they gave you a choice, like, Swiss, cheddar, or, I think Swiss, cheddar, American, or Gouda, and I always went with Gouda. I think I had Swiss on a few times. I mean, I don't know. It's like, Swiss is definitely one of my main go-tos for a burger. I'll let everything kind of like, all right, stack overflow. All right, let's do this one for Racer Chaser. So find it. I put it out here, didn't I? There it is. It's gonna try to take a little bit of time. A little bit of time. Because we gotta crush 25 of them. And we're not off to a good start. Look. Don't be cracking on my own whack beats. You're whack, cop. The hairstyle's whack. I bet you one of them's gonna be a camera right there when I... Oh, for the love, would you get away from me? Oh, wow. They're gonna camp right there. I hate you. I hate all of you. I was so close. What do you mean busted? I thought I hit him with that. All right, fine. Whatever. We are not off to a good start here. Where are you going? Hang on, audio desync going on, guys. Give me a second. Yeah, Swiss is, I don't know which one would probably, be my favorite. I mean, I put, like, mozzarella on my burgers quite a few times. I'm gonna sit my ass right here and I'm gonna wait. All right, come on, then. Oh, yeah, totally. But I don't know, I think, like, if not Gouda, because, I mean, again, like, Gouda, like, you know, the way they made it was amazing. But Swiss is probably, like, definitely, like, one of my main go-tos alongside mozzarella. I know that's, like, a weird choice. Where do you think you're going? I like how we, like, just had the most random talks during the stream. Like, we're talking about, like, you know, like, not, like, arcades and, you know, and how, like, you know, like 90s like stuff, and how like kids this day like don't know how good they could have had it back then if they were born back then, or don't know what they missed, and you know, and then now we're suddenly just randomly talking about burgers. Oh no, you don't. Oh, this is gonna suck. Trying not to get sandwiched. They'd like to do that. Clyde, you better back your ass on off. I see you over there. Clyde? I'm trying to kite them all around. Problem is, I don't know if I got any of these left. Yeah, see, now we're talking about burgers. I might actually just, like, you know, go to the grocery store tomorrow and grab me some Swiss cheese. Get some of my favorite bread and actually, you know... God dang it. I don't think I've got any left. What's going to be hilarious if I somehow actually end up beating this thing, because this is the best I've done on this. Hashtag ludicrous speed, bitches. All right, here comes Clyde. It's always Clyde. Damn, Clyde was actually nice for once. If I end up beating this somehow, and I've never actually done it, but... Look here. You jive copper. You ain't gonna, like, you know... mess up my jam. You ain't gonna mess up my flow. I don't know why I'm talking like this, but... How about these sick beats, copper? It's a beat to get a haircut, too. And that's... God knows you need one. Hey, back off, copper. Your boys are looking blue. You might want to, like, you know... bust them. Hey, back off, copper. God dang it. Messing up my job, man. I don't know why I'm talking like this right here. This is a total bummer, man. I see you over there wanting to dance, copper. See, that was frustrating me is that at times, like, that I don't know what's going on. At times, they seem like they're further away from me. They, you know, I've had enough of this. Blue ass freaking. That's the same way they got me last time. Back on off. Same exact way they got me before. Go ahead, Copper. Come on over here. See what happens. Come on. I'm right here. I want you to come over here. All four of you. Yeah, Clyde, you better step your ass on off. How's it going, boys? Yeah, you ain't a simp, Clyde. Come here. All right, Pinky, you want to do this? Let's go. Come and get me. Pepto-Bismol looking. I said, I will camp on your ass. I saw you right there trying to come out. Jive ass copper. Clyde, don't start with me. You know, you really just want to get flattened again, don't you? Why don't you come on over here and see what happens? Oh, it's like Christmas. So y'all bought that on yourselves. It's right here just trying to cruise around, collecting my money, you know, collecting all my cash, you know, take my, you know, fine, you know, lady out on a date and everything. You just gotta, like, mess up my flow. Cram my style, man. You know, see how you get honeys? That's not my street cred here. You know, they ain't no women ain't gonna, like, take me seriously if I keep on getting busted. Like, busted? Like, more like a buster. Oh my god, I got better standards than you. You know, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just like, you know, right here just trying to, you know, make a quick buck. But oh no, you know, they're always trying to keep me down. Especially that pink one right there. Look, you know, I've had just about enough of you. I think this is actually becoming a personal attack. It's fine. I got, you know, plenty. I got plenty of bail money. So I keep on getting out. So I keep on getting my car back. You blew. It's always that one. I swear it's like they know my route now. Like, I go, like, around there, I curve around, and it's always right there waiting for me. Come on. I'm right here, boys. How's it going, Pinky? Oh, you... Attack Vector can wait. I hate that game anyway. This magazine got sunglasses as cool as mine. That's what it is. That's why they keep on attacking me. They hate my sunglasses. Just always gotta have a problem with a man wearing sunglasses. That's how it always is, isn't it? Bitches! Crap, okay, that didn't... I was gonna go by and insult him, and that didn't work that well. Clyde, I swear if you don't take yourself on. What is wrong with you? It's always Clyde. Clyde's always like the ones like, you know, keep me on my toes. Take your time, boys. I'm right here. Never to me alive, coppers. Okay, so now that's done. All right. I really don't want to play Stack Overflow for another 10 minutes. I'll just sit there at the title screen is what I'll do. They don't know me. I don't like that game. Okay, at the very least, like I said, I really do think that by the time we finish up this day, we'll have enough for another machine. I just don't know which one I'm gonna get next. I mean, thankfully, I mean, really feel like if I really do like put the time in during the next stream, I might be able to go ahead and actually wrap up like getting the rest of the cabinets. So we got like the most expensive one out of the way. I thought I already got that. Racer Chaser. All right, never mind. I thought it was like that one over there. I was like, I just cleaned that one out. But no, it's Racer Chaser. Literally when I was just playing. See, it's always... How did I miss these? And that's might be one of the reasons I'm even making as much money today. No, I'm not. I'm trying... That's definitely a game that I feel like should be reserved for VR. Okay, yeah, we definitely got enough for another one, I believe. But I'm thinking I'm going to wait till closing. All right, let's get the Stack Overflow thing out of the way. I'm going to clarify to you guys, I do not like this game. I'm going to play for 10 minutes. Your mic's cutting out there, dude. Big CEO or whatever, you can't even afford a good mic. And I bet you I probably... Actually, no, I think I actually got this. All right, hold on. Oh my god, attack vector. What's wrong with you? Now, I was calling it before. I was like, wait, I thought it broke down. But no, it's just the top was full. Now it breaks down. Okay, this is where we're gonna start having problems. Crap. You know, I think I actually noticed then, Ray. I didn't ever recall you actually could stack them on top of each other like that. I thought you had like, what the fudge, man? I stand corrected, I suppose. Pay raise, dude, not rise. Don't you know how to run your own, like, business? Pay rise. I ain't gonna question it. I mean... Crap. And this is where they get you. Pay rise. Welcome in, Elginox. Yeah, shit, like, what? I've been live for a bit now. YouTube and sometimes, I guess. This might be the first I've actually played this. I think I don't know. Oh my god, Cyber Dance, I'm busy. I can't enjoy my video or whatever. I like everything else breaking down. Like, how dare you? All right, let me see here. All right, oh crap. Wait, hold on. No, I think I can save it. All right. You and your freaking colors. I hate this game. I don't like it. I want to go home. Yeah, they got me here. Fudge. Wait, hold on. Oh, no, not yet. No. Tell me to hurry up. Work on my own time, you dork. I think it's like as long as... All right, so you stack the, like, you know, the same color as long as it's like, you know, 3 blocks. All right. Oh, crap. All right, now I've actually figured it out. Okay, I mean, I wouldn't say that, but... But Jesus. Okay, I might have goofed it. No, actually, hold up. Now I actually kind of like get how this game works or whatever. Realize, you know, where I kind of screwed up before. Yeah, now it's actually a little more fun. Let me see. Okay, so like, again, now I know that I can just stack the... As long as it's the same color, you can do like that. Yeah. I take it back, I hate this game. Fudge! That's how they always get me, man. Game, I don't like you that much. I really don't think I like you. Why don't I quit? And fire myself.
Squash those bugs.
I'm gonna go right back to it anyway.
Predators crucified.
Right, didn't something else break down? Who else over here stomping, like freaking, like, you know, spilling sodas on my dance pad?
Bugs! Insects eradicated.
Okay, now can I please go back to my, game, you bloody heathens? How much more I gotta play? Well, I mean, we're halfway there. I'll take it. But yeah, now that I actually kind of understand it, I mean, I said I hate it or whatever, but I mean, I kind of get it now. Again, as long as, like, you know, it's not like, you know, 4 blocks high where you can still stack the same thing. Same color. Nah, I damn sure wouldn't say that. I must be the only one you got here. You know, you got some very low standards, buddy. Some of my best clothes. I set my own hours. Oh, come on. Pay raise, buddy. All right, so before I continue, I'm hoping I actually have enough time. Should hopefully have enough. I need to, like, you know, go and do this and buy, like, the next cabinet. Hopefully I have enough time to, you know... It's not gonna be the end of the world if I don't do it. If I don't get that to-do list thing. But it would, like, kind of add to, like, my sterling. Try, like, clear these out succinctly as possible. Then afterwards, I can, try to go back to the game and see if I can get those last couple minutes in. I don't want to... See, it gets me every time. Why does it always do that? I don't want to play pool. Now, I don't know if I'm actually going to, like, be able to get those last, couple minutes. I'm going to try. As soon as I do this, I'm going to, like, make a beeline over, buy the next cabinet, and then get back to the game, see if I can get those last couple, minutes. I'm going to be cutting it close, but... At the very least, what I've, made here or whatever, I'll have, like, enough to, kind of carry some, a little bit over to the next cabinet. All right. 12,000. All right. Hurry up, quickly buy this. All right, Arcade Mania. We are gonna go for just because this is like the most expensive one so far. Gravichase. That gives me like almost 2,000 like to put towards the next one. So I want to just get like the more expensive ones out of the way. All right. Let's hope I can like go and just knock this one out of the way. Alright, there's no more distractions, at least, so... I'm just gonna play it still closing. So I probably should, like, just put them next to each other. That way it would have been, like, a little quicker. I'm about to, like, quit just because, like, you don't even, like, understand, like, your own terms. Pay rise. Oh my god, like every time he says that. Put this one back over here on this. Got a plan for this. And done. Don't say pay rise. See, this guy's got seriously low standards. Because I definitely would not call it that. Uh-oh. Oh, no, we're good. Got a little worried right there. Hang on. At least this is like raised the popularity of it. I think we should be able to do it. Because, you know, it's not even 2 o'clock yet. Uh-oh. Oh, come on! You're just jealous of my... I really don't like you that much. I want you to know that. Just want you to know that. Give me my time back. Yeah, it's just... Let me see, Hang on, let me see. Fudge and heck. The God forbid if someone colorblind was working here, or they could be fired on the spot. I'll go home when I dang well please. I'm finishing this round first, Mom. Now I'll go home. Well, at least we did it. Right there at the 11th hour. Tell me to go home. No, you go home. Already doing it enough of my dad. Now apparently the arcade's like speaking to me. Like, go home. I'm doing enough, and you just ask my father. I just want to try this real quick, see what it is. Yeah, honestly, I don't actually. I mean, I've just always had like the leveling thing there. Like, there technically, I can't remember if I actually have where you get currency when you level up, but I do have like chat games people can play. I can't remember if I actually had that tied to the levels or whatever. See if I can put this. I kind of want. I mean, I can just like put it right here, whatever. I just want to see what it is. I'm not cleaning up right now. Gravichase. Oh, hell no. What is this? You know, I'm very freaking offended by this game. I shouldn't have bought it. I don't care. What is it? I'm gonna hate this game. I can already. No. No, no, take it back. No, screw this game. No, I quit. No, I'm not. No, I'm shutting down the arcade right now. Just keep moving playing that atrocity. I'm gonna get a refund right now. That game sucks. I am not playing no friggin'. I don't care. Stack Overflow can go to hell. No, I quit. No, that game right there. I've officially got like I was talking about how much I couldn't stand like Stack Overflow. No. Hold on. So you go sit your ass right here by yourself. I'm gonna put you next to the worst game here, which. We got golf. You better have company. Hold on a second. Excuse me. Why can't I? Oh, so we're playing that kind of. Y'all think y'all funny? It won't let me get. It won't let me. Even the music's ominous. I'm Xing out this right now. They won't let me like access the game to move it. I was gonna put it in the corner of shame, and I can't even do that now. Yeah, basically you gotta move the thing around, or just like have it right there in the right pixel, just like so you don't get like destroyed by random random ominous space walls or whatever. I don't know. Either way, guys, we only got I think I think it's like 2 more cabinets to get if I'm correct. It was like 2 or 3, and hopefully they'll be better than that game because I think I've officially found like the one game in this game I probably hate the most. And I don't want to say hate the game because obviously it had to be like people that developed it, the games within the game. But geez, I'm not a fan of that one. And I was talking about like Stack Overflow. I ended up enjoying Stack Overflow now and then. It was like, okay, well, since he's like Stack Overflow, bring in something we need something else new for him to hate. It's even like taunting me right there. It's like literally right there. Gravichase. Right there. But anyways, guys, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I know it seems like I'm kind of rushing things like with the outro and all that, but that's because I do want to go ahead and get things set up for the other game I'm going to be playing. Because since it's gonna be a new series, I gotta go in and make the thumbnail, which isn't really gonna be a lot of trouble. But I gotta do the thumbnail, the tags, the description, and all that. Compared to like Arcade Paradise, where I basically just take all the stuff from the previous stream and just copy and paste and give like another title based on what happened in the stream. Give it like a little title, and then the description and whatnot, depending on what happened. But otherwise, everything else is just like copy and paste for my previous stuff, like updating the tags for like part whatever compared to the previous stream. But with what I'm going to be playing tonight, it's going to be a new series. So I'm going to have to, go in and It's like a few things I gotta do. I need to go and get out like before I go live. And I want to try to go and get that done as quick as possible, so that way, you know, and then there's gonna be like a watch party, and especially considering like the Netflix Devil May Cry series dropped today. I would like to get started on that. So anyways, as always, if you guys enjoyed the stream, be sure to like, comment, and share. And if you aren't subscribed to the channel, I appreciate you doing that also. If you're not on my Discord server, you know, you're welcome to join that too. But anyways, until the next stream, which will be pretty shortly, you know, for what I'm going to be playing, you guys will see what it is when I play. I will say it's going to be a horror game. I will say that much. But anyways, I'll be starting the game, you know, in a bit. But until then, much love. Thank you guys for coming out and hanging out with me for this one. I'll see you guys in the next stream. Thank you for watching.